Hello everyone, hope everyone doing well. So today I'll talk about the JavaScript map. So there's actually key point I actually noted here. So I'll cover all of these things which I noted here. So let's try to explore. So first we'll try to explore JavaScript setting method. You can say it method. So first we need to define a map. So here I define a variable which is my name, and for defining a map first you should use the new keyword and then use the map and method. Yeah, this is the my map method. It's empty. So if I console this sorry if I console this map by my variable, so I can see here is map is 0 and size is 0. So right now I will talk about the setting function of map. So I can set a value in a map using a key properties. Okay, so first you need to know that if you put something in a map, if you store some data, it can be a string, it can be a number, it can be a functions, it can be objects. So if you want to put if you want to store this all of these things by using a map, you should add a key which should be the unique property. Okay, it will be the unique because the value can be a duplicate, but key should be always unique. This is the main key concept of map. Okay, so I just use the map. Here is I use the set functions. Here I can use the key. Sorry, the key is look like, so I f and f is apple, so look like. And if I save it, and you can see here is one value, and which is one object, and the key is f and value is apple. So I can add multiple value by using a different and unique key. So let's try to store another data which is suppose jack. So we deal with the jackfruit. So I have the two data here, right? So and you notice here is actually its prototype actually map. It's not an array, so it's a map. So in a map actually it is a key value pairs, right? So all the key value pairs is object. You can see here is a as curly braces. Okay, curly braces. So curly braces means that here is a key, and here is a value. So in this way it actually stores the data. So you can't actually put the new value in a same key. So if I actually use the key which is f, which is already defined in my map, if I use that, suppose the f is my name, Jobayed. So I save it. So let's see here the actually new value actually assigned in the existing key, but the old value actually rewrite. The new value actually override the old value, right? So this actually happen in the map. So you can't actually use the same key properties to define a new value. So we always need to actually store the value in a map using the unique key properties. So that's it, and it is all about the map. So you guys see here is the map I already defined, and I actually put the all two datas, and I see there is a two datas and two objects actually stored in a map. Okay, so if you want to get the actually specific data from the map, so how you can do it? So this is right now I actually covered, so I delete these things. So here is I talk right now about the boolean. So boolean mean that is this keys or is this value, is it already exist in the map, yes or not? So right now I will talk about the boolean, which is actually tell us that is this value already exist in the map or yes or not. So let's try to find out it. So here is my map has, so we can uh, get the is the value is exist in this map. We can check it by the has method of map, right? So it is the has method, and we will put the key. So key is look like we have the key is f. So if we actually save it, we can see his here is true. So boolean value is actually equals the true the value. Okay, so suppose we use the another key which is not exist in this map, which look like the pk. So here we get the false value, right? So this is the main key thing. So we can check if the value is existing in this map by this has method. Okay, so it's actually return the boolean value, yes or no, yes, true or false. So yeah, that's the main thing. So okay, so another thing is that we talk about the delete something from the map. So suppose we actually make a condition if my map has which value is suppose f value. If my f value exists in my f, then what I do, I just delete the value by this key value. Okay, here is my key is f. So if I actually write this code, and if I check right now what the condition of my actually map, so my map, okay, so here you can see actually the f value already removed from my map. Okay, so from this actually delete the value, which value, f value, apple value by this f keyword. If delete, first if check is it true. When it's true, then it will delete from this map. So before deleting, is this true value exist in my map? Let's check it. Okay, so okay, my map. Okay, so let's see. So first before delete, so for understanding purpose, before, and it will be after. Okay, so before my map condition, what the map condition here is, we can see my f key which is value fl already exists in my map, but after deleting, here you can see the f is right now not exist in my map. Okay, so I actually covered the delete method also here. So boolean and deleting, remove for my topics. Okay, so right now I will cover the getting function method actually in a map. So sometimes we need to get a value, a specific value by its key. Okay, by its given key. So let's try to find out, okay, how we can do it. So let's try to do it. So here I use the console log, and here my map, and I will use the get method, and for getting the value, so here if I use f, I can see here the value will be printed here. So okay, so if I actually put the same things here, it will also printed the value of this keys value. Okay, it's actually printed the keys value. Okay, so the getting and okay, so getting method also cover here. So right now I talk about the total length. So sometimes you put actually the values using the keys, so you want to know that how many values already in my map, in your map. So how I can do that? So I use console.log here my map, and I can use the size properties which tell me how many datas already stored in my map. So here is the two datas, right? Two datas. Here is one data, there is two data. Okay, so that's why it's give my two. So if I can actually delete the actually whole values by using simple method which is called delete. Okay, or clear, sorry, it will be clear. So how I can do that? So my map not clear. So if I call this, and after that if I log my map, and if I use the size properties, then I can see first it actually give me 2, and second it will give me the 0, because I already cleared all of these values from my map. Okay, we can right now looping our map using actually for each method, using the for method, using the iterator symbol dot iterator method, calling these things. We can iterate these things. So let's do it by for method. So I can use the for, and here the const variable which is items. So item of which item? So here is my item name, here is my object. Okay, here is my object. In my object, what I do, I just take the single object, I just extract the single object from my whole object. Okay, after that what I do, I just console this items. So sorry, items. So what it will do, it will print the single object. Okay, single object. Here you can see the first and the second. So it printed the it actually looping. I can looping the all of these properties. If I need, suppose the keys. Okay, if I need the keys, so I can use here. Here is the first index is 0. So if I use the first index 0, I can get the only key. Here you can see the only key actually printed here. So if I need the all of these values from this map, so we can pass the second actually arrays or index, so which is 1. If I save it, then I can get the apple and jack, all of these things. So this is the way. So this is the one way. So another thing is that we can use the for each method. So before the calling the for each method, I just define my function which is my map for each. Okay, so in this method I will take my keys. Sorry, for first index is value, second index is key, and third index is my existing map. So what I do, I just console.log. So for key define, we should use the square brackets. After that I can what I want to actually display in my console, so I can write down all of these things here. So here is the first my key, it means the apple will come here, and app will come here, and then the sign will be printed, and after the apple will be printed. So it means that the key actually, we can write down the key using the square brackets. Then what I want to print, I want to print this sign. After that I will print the value. So this is my function for each. So I already write down my function here. So right now I want to loop the map by for each. So I will forward the function which I built here right now. I'll pass this in my in built-in JavaScript for each. So how I can do that? So let's try to code. Okay, here I just call the for each, and in this for each, as a argument I will pass my function which is my map for each. Okay, so if I right now save this, and here console I can see my value, and here the symbol, and after the here is my key. This is the key. Okay, this is the key, and here's the actually the sign which I want to print here. So it's printed here, and apple, it's been the value. Okay, so if I set multiple value by set method, suppose the name, and the name will be the Jack, so it will print here. as well. Okay, because I right now I actually input the new data here, so in this reason it actually looping all of this data by this for each. Okay, so this is the main things. Okay, so if you need to actually only the key, and how you can actually get the value. Suppose you want to store these keys in a specific array. So what I do, I just take array, new array, and you guys know that the array actually can take a lot of any kind of data. Okay, okay, so here I take the new array, and after that what I do, first I need to find out the all of this key. Okay, so how I can do get the key? So I just take const variable keyword after that, and my map key, this is my variable, and in this my variable my map dot values, so, sorry, it will be the keys. So I just call the method of keys, and it what it actually returns. So let's check by console, my map key, my map key. Okay, so you can see here is a map iterator. In this iterator I get all of my keys. Okay, so I actually need to push actually the all keys in here. So suppose I want to get the all these keys in the new array. So if I right now print the new array, there is nothing, it's empty array, right? It's empty array. So I am to put the all of this fine getting IDs. I want to set all of these IDs in my new array, which I define first. Okay, so how I can do that? So first what I do, I can use for, and here I use the const and item, or I can give the ID of which ID, my map keys, my map keys, and I will loop this actually map. I will actually looping this IDs by for. So what I do, I just push the ID in my new array. So if I right now save it, so there is nothing I get in my console. So right now if I console my new array, so I will get all of this ID. Here you can see all of this ID actually I am getting here. So same in the same way, if you want to, if you need the values and to find out the values, and also you need to store the value in a specific variable or array, so you can do it by this same method, same way. Okay, so you just call the values, after that you will get the all these values, and which will actually store in new array. Okay, so actually it's actually when we need to store some data, which actually it's not our hand. Okay, we not actually control the looping, because it's actually looping start from the first and in the last. So we actually not control the looping system. So if you need to control the looping system, what you can do, we can actually, if you want to control over the looping system, how we can do that. So const id and my map keys dot it will be symbol dot iterator. Then I will just call these things. After that what I do, id dot next, and if I just call these things, then I will got the first value, which is f. Okay, the first value I am getting here. So if I call the second same way, then we will get the second value. So if we call the same way, and then we will get the also the third value from this map. So it is actually in our hand. Okay, so because it's not printed from the first to last, so when we call it, and when we call these things, and I will get the return value. Okay, and we also get the IDs by this way. You can already see here. So if you want to get looping, and it should be in our hand, so we can call also the values. so bills should also be in our hand. So you can get see apple, jackfruit, jack. So if we remove this two console.log, then you can see just the apple actually printed here. If you actually print the second console, then you get the jackfruit second actually values from here. So in this way you can actually control over the looping system. Okay, so that's it. So hope you guys learned a lot of things from here. Okay, so inshallah in next video you will get awesome things. Okay, Allah Hafiz.